Hello everyone. So today I wanted to talk to you about exactly how I've been losing weight. And of course I've already talked about on this channel as to the future, so you know that I will be trying to have a child in the future. That's quite far into the future, but that's the reason why I want to lose weight in the first place. Other than myself, of course. Of course I want to do this also for myself, because being overweight is not particularly healthy. It's not like I have many more risk, I suppose, but it's just overall better for me to lose weight, as you probably would guess. So what I'm currently doing to lose weight is just cutting off sugar rather. Looking into everything that is sugar related, because there's a lot of words that can be used for sugar, like fructose or like honey. Honey is also sugar, of course. A lot of other things that are just really, really bad, like glucose and stuff. Not even sure if glucose is sugar, but there's just a lot of hidden words, a lot of hidden um, things that actually just mean sugar that that people just either not realize, or you know it's kind of what it is. So I'm cutting that out. I'm looking through everything that I'm making, everything that I'm using, everything that I'm eating, everything that I drink, because unfortunately sugar isn't everything. One of the things that I'm also doing is I stopped ordering meals from restaurants, or at least as far as possible. There are a couple of meals that I cannot make myself because I have tried and I just horribly failed at it. Like Thai curry, for instance, Thai red curry. I would love to make it myself, but the problem is I cannot stand certain smells because I am hypersensitive in just about every department. Like I can smell a lot more than others. I have a lot of eyesight sensitivity with light and with going outside, so that's a bit of an issue, especially in the winter when it's snowing, because the snow reflects a lot of light, which reflects back into my eyes and it makes my eyes water and all of that. But yeah, it's also taste and touch and all those types of things. So that's a bit annoying and a bit difficult, but yes. So preparing for a child is definitely not an easy task at this point, at least. I suppose it's not supposed to be easy, but that's okay. Um, so yeah, I'll just try as much as I can to make home cooked meals as healthy as possible with fresh ingredients. Knowing what I'm putting into my food is definitely the best thing for me. But making the Thai chicken broth that I would need to make the red curry, that's a smell that I cannot take. Not the chicken broth itself, but the raw chicken. If you have to cut one up to be able to get it into the pan, and so the bones can, you know, be boiled and all of that, it's pretty difficult. I cannot handle that smell. It's just a whole different smell than a normal chicken breast, I suppose, if you have one. And I'm talking about the carcass itself, right? The carcass, it really stinks. I cannot take it. So yeah, I'm trying to cook everything as far as I can myself. I usually cook in big batches, so I can freeze a lot in. I just make, I don't know, usually about a kettle of 10 portions, and then one of the portions I eat at that night as a dinner, and then the other 9 portions I put into the freezer for other times. And so I try to have a little bit of variation between different types of meals, trying to get as much nutrients in there as I can, the best things that are good for me. That would be good for anybody. And staying away from things like bad kind of fats and all of those. Like I don't know the English term for this one, but it's in things like coconut cream. Coconut cream is really bad for things like that. They're really, well, the fats in that are bad as far as I understand. The oils and stuff. Well, it's not bad for the skin or anything, but if you ingest too much of it, it's really bad. It makes you fat. Just what it is. So I try not to eat too many curries or anything that has coconut milk or coconut cream in it. So I stay away from that. I also try to go on daily walks, which of course is not always an easy task, especially if it's cold outside. I don't have all the necessary things to really keep warm because, like I said, I'm incredibly sensitive, including to touch, and so when it's cold outside and it's really freezing to the point where you can really feel it cutting on your skin, if you know what I mean, like that's pretty intense. Like it feels horrible, like I'm about to cry out of pain if I go outside in freezing temperatures like that. It's like, can't handle that. So that's a bit sucky, but you know, of course I can do home my brain is not braining today, I'm sorry. But yeah, I do some home oh come on, my English is better than this. Exercises. Yes, exercises. I'm so sorry. This never happens to me. Usually I'm just fine, but lately I've been having some issues with my memory. Especially when I'm trying to talk, because I'm trying to remember that one thing and then it's on the tip of my tongue and it just doesn't come up. But yeah, so I do home exercises as well, of course, because walking itself is great, but you also need to exercise your muscles, because if you don't do that and you only lose weight itself, then your skin is gonna droop, you know, you're gonna get loose skin. I don't want that. Absolutely not. So yeah, muscle exercises, which is also great for weight loss, and it's great for strength gain, of course. That's what it's about also, because I did not have as much strength before, because despite me taking care of my mom and dad, I did not exactly have a lot of things that would keep my muscles going and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's basically just eating good meals, eating a lot of vitamins, eating a lot of healthy vegetables and healthy food and stuff like that. And yeah, going the exercise route, of course. Exercise is important. Other than that, yeah, it's mainly the sugar. Like cutting sugar is the biggest thing that somebody can do. If you do it yourself, I promise you, you're already gonna lose weight even if you don't do any exercises, because the sugar, that's really a killer. It really is. If you really start to count how much sugar intake you have each and every day, just from normal foods, from the food that you eat, that's quite a lot. And if you start to look at what you're drinking or how much sugar you're using in your coffee or in your tea or in your lemonade or whatever it is, yeah, it's a lot. And it may not seem like a lot at first. You're like, oh, well, that's not a lot. Well, if you look at what the daily intake should be, then you'll see that that is actually quite a lot. And not to talk about any kind of drugs, but if you know what I'm talking about, if I say H, like that clogs up your pores, and so does sugar. does. It's pretty bad. If you don't exercise, if you cannot process it, it's just gonna cause a lot of problems. That's just bad. I don't have diabetes, luckily for me, at least for now. I have been overweight since I was a child, so the fact that I don't have diabetes is a pretty big kind of hooray for me, like knock on wood. I'm super happy about that because I'm well aware that most people who have been bigger like this and who had eating issues or whatever, I'm well aware what happens and the needles involved and all of that. That just scares me. But I'm okay when it comes to all of that. So yeah. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a day. I'm very sleepy. I haven't been sleeping well. And I still think I have vertigo. I still should be going to the doctor, but I have a bit of a fear of going to the doctor because of how much I've been to the doctors, both for myself, but also with my mom and dad and all the diagnoses, and ugh, at some point I'm just tired of it. So yeah, I'm not too crazy about going to the doctor, and I think it will be going over, like it'll just pass on its own. I don't really think it's important to go for it. So yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, there's nothing really much that I can say about it. I'm just doing what I should be doing my best to just keep up my walks, keep up my exercise, keep up with healthy food. And every once in a while I can order something from a restaurant, like Chinese food or something, but I try not to. It's hard though to sometimes just have something nice instead of a boring home cooked meal you've had 1,000 times before. But yeah, I don't have that much variation in what I cook, unfortunately, in that regard. Mainly not because I don't want to, it's just that I don't know, haven't just figured out new recipes, I suppose. Probably should at some point, but there's just so many vegetables I cannot handle the smell of, like sprouts or stuff like that. That smell is just overwhelmingly bad. I do not understand how people can eat those, let alone be in the same room as somebody cooking those. I remember my mom made it once. I was gagging the entire day. Like it was so bad, and she thought I was like kidding or something, but I literally had to go to my dad and stay here just to get rid of the smell because it was horrible. Yeah, so for today that's this video. I just don't know what else to tell you for today. I'm very tired, and yeah, I just want to keep posting, just keep posting, and only on Sundays I have a day off, so that's okay. Anyways, I hope you somewhat enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit boring and a little bit long. I won't blame you if you click away a lot earlier. I mean, you probably already have and you won't even see this, but yeah, I just want to tell you, have a good morning, evening, night, day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.